The Best Friends Reunion. Sandy and Ayushi had been inseparable during their school days. From making secret handshakes to sharing lunchboxes, they were each other's biggest cheerleaders. But after school, life took them in different directions. Sandy's family moved to another city, and Ayushi stayed back, continuing her studies in the same town. Years later, both of them got admitted to the same college, though neither of them knew it at first. The first day of college. On the bustling first day of college, Sandy walked nervously into the courtyard. She had always been confident, but a new city and unfamiliar faces made her feel out of place. Meanwhile, Ayushi, excited and bubbly as ever, rushed to her first lecture, wondering if she'd meet anyone she knew. During the introductory class, Sandy and Ayushi unknowingly sat on opposite sides of the room. The teacher began asking students to introduce themselves. When it was Sandy's turn, Ayushi froze. "Sandy? Could it be the Sandy?" she whispered to herself. When the introductions ended, Ayushi bolted across the room, stopping right in front of Sandy. "Sandy? Is that you?" Sandy looked up, confused at first, but when she recognized Ayushi's familiar smile, her face lit up. "Ayushi, I can't believe this." The two hugged tightly, as though no time had passed. Catching up? After class, they found a quiet bench under a big tree and began catching up. "I thought I'd never see you again after you moved," Ayushi exclaimed. "I know. No. Life got so busy, but I've missed you every day," Sandy replied. "It feels so good to see you again." As they chatted, they realized that though they'd grown up and had new experiences, their friendship still felt the same. They laughed about their old pranks, like a time they switched the teacher's chalk with colored crayons, and reminisced about their school days. A challenge together? Later that week, their college announced a Best Duo Challenge, where pairs of students could compete in activities like singing, sports, and a treasure hunt. Sandy and Ayushi immediately signed up, excited to relive their team spirit. The first event was a three-legged race. Sandy and Ayushi practiced tying their legs together, giggling uncontrollably as they kept tripping over each other. On race day, they found a rhythm and finished second, cheering loudly as they crossed the line. The treasure hunt was next. The clues were tricky, but their teamwork was unstoppable. Ayushi had a knack for solving riddles, and Sandy was great at spotting hidden items. Together, they found the treasure chest buried near the garden. A bump in the road? As the final event, a group presentation approached, Sandy and Ayushi hit a rough patch. They couldn't agree on the topic. "We should talk about friendship," Ayushi suggested. "But everyone's doing something like that. Let's choose something unique, like space exploration," Sandy argued. Their argument grew, and for the first time since reuniting, they weren't speaking. Making amends. Wow. Through a sunlit forest, a curious fox with a fluffy tail and bright, glimmering eyes darted between the trees, its tiny paws leaving soft imprints on the mossy ground. Pausing to sniff a patch of wildflowers, it tilted its head, listening to the distant chirp of a bird, as if the entire forest were a melody it alone could understand.